fabric B3, we're going to be cutting the little point of the block. For both blocks are units BR and BL. So we will need to have 16 of these templates. And these are T templates, so that means they have to be cut exact to the size of the template. And what we're going to do is first subcut this piece of fabric, this strip, into 4s, and then we're going to cut 4 wedges. And then we'll take each the wedges and we'll trim them down to the size. So let's cut 4 of these at 10 inches. So here is 10, and here is 20, so that's another 10. Now let's stack these right sides up. So we need a total of 16. That means we'll have to cut this template 4 times on this stack of 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So we've got these right sides up. Now we put our template down, and I like to use my 1/4 inch and line up the 1/4 inch of the seam line with the 1/4 inch line, so you get an exact 1/4 inch, and we'll cut this wedge. Before we cut this first side, take one of your flathead pins and pin the template to the fabric. The flathead pin will allow you to cut with your ruler on top. So pin the template, then use your 1/4 inch and cut that side. Then take this piece you just cut off and let's cut the other side. The ruler will flatten it out. Line up your 1/4 inch with your seam line on the template and trim it. Now you have the smart corners here at the bottom and this curved piece at the top. So we're going to cut these 4 templates first. And I leave the pin in and just cut this curve with your rotary cutter. Just take your time, press down hard, and cut a nice curve. Now let's go over here and cut this smart corner. Okay, so there we have 4. Throw this rest away. And let's take the pin off and put these 4 to the side. Then rotate your template. Put the pin in place. This pin is almost too big for the template. Then let's cut this side. Make sure you're not cutting over the pin. Then come cut your smart corners. And trim your curve. There, that's a little better. Take the pin out, and we're going to do this 2 more times. We'll put 8 pieces in bag B1 and 8 pieces in bag B2. Now for bag B2, the only thing we have to cut is the background fabric. But if you have your background fabric and 2 strips of your background fabric, and you have your Unit BR background template layout sheet, and you have your 8 Unit BR foundation papers. So let's put those to the side. You previously had cut the spikes for these and the little points for the unit when it's finished. You should have 8 of these. So we'll put those off to the side and cut the background. We're going to open up these fabrics and lay them right sides up. Now we have placed our 2 strips of fabric right side up, and we're going to cut 4 of these templates like we did for bag B1. So I'm going to line it up on the trimmed edge and cut one piece, one set. Then we'll flip the template and cut another set. Stack these 2. Move them off to the side and cut 2 more. I'm going to turn this a little bit so it's easier to cut. Now we stack these 2 and bring in the other 4 we previously stacked. We now have a stack of 8 fabrics. We place our template layout sheet on top. Use our giant paper clips, our jumbo paper clips, to put the paper clip. And we're clipping each of the 4 templates. Flatten that out, and here is cut line 1, and I'm just rotating this so it's easier to position the ruler. Let's cut line 1, move down to cut line 2, and cut line 3. And let's stack these background units, background sections, with section 1 at the bottom. So that's 1, 3, 5, and 7. Because now we're going to stack these pieces like we did for our BL unit. Here's unit B4 foundation papers. And it's section 1 starts here and it ends with section 7, which is a background fabric. So let's get section 7. And again, the sew side is going to face away from us. And we put the sew side of the spike is next. Section 5 with the sew side away. Another spike. Section 3. Another spike. And then finally section 1 that does not have a sew side. Let's bring in these 8 little points. We'll just leave them by themselves. And we'll take these sections and our foundation units and roll them up and put these all back into bag B2. And we will piece those next.